Hi everybody! So this past week I have actually been trying out new skincare products, which is actually very rare for me because if I have a skincare regimen that I like, I rarely deviate from it and I rarely add new regimens into my routine. But I was just very curious about this moisturizer from Tree of Life Beauty. So it's their vitamin C moisturizer, and I'm also trying out their vitamin C eye gel. Now I actually bought these as a combo together with the vitamin C serum from them. So this three costs around like $29.95, I think, or like $30. I'm not too sure. I'm just gonna flash a price down below. And the main reason why I decided to get the combo is because I have been wanting to try these two for quite some time. And the vitamin C serum I have been using since 2020, and I actually love it. So if you guys are interested to know my thoughts about the vitamin C serum from Tree of Life Beauty, I actually have a standalone video that I reviewed this, so I'm going to put a link down in the description box so that you guys can go and check that out. Now, what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be applying these products on my face so that you guys can see the effect, and I can also discuss with you some things that I have observed about it now that I have used it for 7 days. Alright, before we start, I'm just going to remove some of my sweat here because it's been very hot here lately. I think summer is already here in the Philippines, and I hope that you don't mind if I leave the fan on because it's just so hot and I'm already sweating a few minutes into this video. But anyway, so I have actually already cleansed my face. I have shaved, I have used my toner, and all the products that I use on my face are listed down below. It's all from VMV Hypoallergenics. Alright, and what I'm going to be doing first is I'm just going to apply the vitamin C serum, and I'm just going to use maybe 2 drops of this. I'm going to spread it in my hands, and I'm just going to massage it all over. Now, I really like this vitamin C serum. I think this is a very nice product, and I have not reacted at all to this. It has worked well with my skin type. I really love this vitamin C serum. I think it's one of the best products that I have tried in the market, and I'm so glad that I was able to find this, and for the price it's around $10. So it's actually very, very affordable, and it packs a punch. It has really brought some brightness to my skin. It has really helped in removing some of my dark spots. And I just really like it that it's just really helping my skin to become the best that it can be by, getting rid of free radicals, and also helping with my collagen production and things like that. So it's actually a very nice addition to my core skincare regimen these past 2 years. Alright, so now I can feel that the vitamin C serum has been absorbed into my skin, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using this vitamin C eye gel. Now, before I talk about the product itself, take a look at the packaging. It's very nice and simple, and it's actually an airless pump. And you can actually see the product from the side here, which is a little bit concerning for me because after all, vitamin C reacts to exposure of light, things like that. So it kind of loses its abilities. So since this is almost a clear packaging, I actually keep this inside my cabinet just so that it reduces being exposed to the light. But then again, this is an airless pump, so you don't get a lot of oxidation of the product inside. So, and one other thing, by the way, there's actually a indicator here, like a red bar, wherein as you continue to pump the packaging, the base here actually rises up, and when it reaches this part near this indicator, it's actually telling you that it's time to repurchase another eye gel. So I just like that. It's a nice reminder. Anyway, so I'm just gonna pump one pump here so that you guys can see it. So it has a very nice gel-like consistency. It almost looks like the vitamin C serum. So I'm just going to get a little bit of the serum, and I'm just going to put it here right beside it. So the vitamin C serum is actually much more clearer in color, while the vitamin C eye gel actually has a much more yellowish tint to it, but they are not runny at all, and it's actually very easy to apply this in your under eye area. So I'm just going to gently rub it here in my under eye area, and also here in my brow bone area, I'm also going to do that here on the other eye. And here in my crow's feet area, we have to apply that there. Now, truthfully, I still have some of the eye gel here at the back of my hand. So when you're pumping the product out, just make sure that you use like half a pump, or just control the way that you try to eject the product from the packaging, because you don't really need a lot of products for this. And truthfully, this is only like 15 ml of product, so it's not a lot, because my other eye cream that I use has 30 mils of product, so you might run out of this quite fast. All right, now what I feel about this eye gel is that it has a very nice cooling effect. Now, I don't really feel any tightening at all, because although this has peptides in it, which can really help, minimize the appearance of fine lines, things like that. But I did some research with the ingredients here, so I'm just going to talk about those while the eye gel is actually setting on my under eye area. So this has, well, the main vehicle for this is actually water. So it's deionized water, and this has acetyl tetrapeptide-5. So that's the peptide that really helps in minimizing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles on the under eye area. So that's actually great. And then this has aloe vera leaf juice, which is amazing. So that's very cooling. And then of course this glycerin, and this has cucumber. This has, what else does this have here? This has green tea extract. This has eyebright extract. Now, I did research about eyebright extract. Now, eyebright extract is a kind of plant wherein it delivers a lot of anti-inflammatory capabilities into the eyes. And of course, we all know that green tea extract is an antioxidant. That's also great. It's also brightening. Eyebright extract is also brightening, by the way. And then they also have a licorice root extract here, so which is very interesting for me, because licorice, to my knowledge, it has brightening effects also. And if you have any darkness in the area, if you have dark spots, this really helps to remove that darkness from those spots, and it just really helps to brighten up the area. And I really loved, and the reason why I know this is because when I went to Japan in 2019 for the Brush Festival, I actually went to Kyoto for a few days, and I went to a public bath, and one of the pools there, one of the hot pools there, had a very nice red color. So I decided to dip there and spend most of my time there. And then out of curiosity, after I have used the bathhouse, I asked the front desk what that red water was, and they told me it was licorice. And I was so happy, because licorice, it has antioxidants, anti-aging, brightening capabilities. So I really love that. Okay, so what else do we have here? We have sodium hyaluronate, so that's hyaluronic acid. And then there's also panthenol here. Now, panthenol is actually a very great ingredient. That's vitamin B5. And vitamin B5 is known to really hydrate the area, or hydrate the skin. It also helps to boost collagen production. And as you guys can see here, my under eyes is already looking quite hydrated. It's not because there are some eye creams there, especially if it has peptides, because peptides have a tendency of tightening the area. So sometimes it kind of looks dry and not hydrated. But with this one, you can see that I can see anyway that it actually looks quite smooth, but most of all, it's hydrated. Yeah, and the vitamin C ingredient here is called tetrahexyl decyl ascorbate. So well, it's actually very close to the base of the ingredients list here, so I know that that has the much more minimum percentage, which I'm not so sad about, because after all, it's a very potent vitamin C ingredient. So if it was higher on the percentage list, on the ingredients list, I'm going to be a little bit worried, because sometimes some vitamin C ingredients can be quite too strong, and it can cause irritation. Tetrahexyl decyl ascorbate is actually a very strong and potent vitamin C ingredient, and that is actually used in it has more of like an anti-aging capability. So that's what I do understand about it. And also one other thing, if we take a look at the ingredients list here, a lot of the actives here has anti-inflammatory capabilities, a lot of antioxidants, a lot of anti-aging, and like, it's quite effective in my opinion. So I actually do love this, and as you guys can see the effect here on my under eye area, it's actually like, very, it looks hydrated. It doesn't feel super tacky at all. And I really love the cooling effect that it gave to my under eye area. Alright, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Vitamin C Moisturizer. And as you guys can see, it still comes in an airless pump. And I'm just going to use one pump right now. And as you guys can see, this is how the moisturizer actually looks like. It doesn't really like, run. It's not runny at all. It's very creamy. And it has a very nice white color in it. And truthfully, when you start applying this on your skin, it feels very silky, it feels very smooth, and it feels very luxurious. And I'm just massaging it here all over my skin, and blending it out. It has a very gentle scent, but it's not perfumed at all, because like, sometimes when skincare doesn't have any, like, if it doesn't get deodorized, or if it doesn't get like, perfumed a bit, it doesn't smell nice at all. But with this one, I do understand why this has a very nice gentle scent. It's a little bit powdery in a sense, which is actually not clinical. So there are some people who actually don't like a very clinical scent in their skincare, which I do understand. But this one is actually quite acceptable, and it actually smells very fresh. But anyway, I do love the texture of this moisturizer. As you guys can see here on this part of my face, I haven't added anything here yet. So you can see, like, it's a little bit hydrated already. My radiance is actually coming out. And it's actually not altering the color of my skin, because sometimes if you have, like, moisturizers that have, like, that claim to be brightening, one of the ingredients that you will see there is titanium dioxide. So that's actually one ingredient that I don't like to have in my moisturizer, because it has a tendency of casting a white color all over my skin, and I really don't like that, because it just, like, it can make your skin look ashy, especially if you have, like, warmer or deeper skin tones. But if you have very fair skin tones, that should be okay. And also the thing with titanium dioxide is that it actually helps against sun damage. So that's actually great, but it's just a preference that I don't like, and it's actually cosmetic in nature if titanium dioxide is in your moisturizer. So now I'm just continuing to massage a moisturizer in my neck. You can also use this in your décolleté area. This is very nice, and it feels very smooth, and it feels very luxurious. And I like that it doesn't really dry down fast, because this just gives you the ability to just massage your face at the same time. Okay, so while the vitamin C moisturizer is setting onto my skin, let's talk about the ingredients list here. This has aloe vera leaf juice, which is great. Again, this is water. This has sunflower oil. This has, what else? Oh, here, the main active vitamin C ingredient is actually sodium ascorbyl phosphate. So it is the same vitamin C ingredient that is found in their vitamin C serum, and this kind of vitamin C is actually water soluble. So it's actually, well, it's much more gentler than most other vitamin C ingredients in the market, and it's also best for people who have sensitive skin, or if you're someone who has used like vitamin C serums before, or vitamin C moisturizers, and you found that there's a tingling sensation on your skin or some irritation. It just meant that the vitamin C on that product is actually too strong for you. And sodium ascorbyl phosphate is one of the most gentle forms of vitamin C, and although it's not a pure vitamin C, it actually synthesizes into vitamin C when it touches your skin. And that's why I'm also saying is that the vitamin C ingredient here on the eye gel is tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate. So actually, it's quite potent vitamin C. So in me saying that, if you find that when you're using product with vitamin C in it and you find that you're reacting to it, try to shift to a different formula, also to a different percentage, and also to a different type of vitamin C used in that. Maybe the vitamin C ingredient is just too strong for you. And let's continue with the ingredients list here. So there's still glycerin. That's great. So it's actually vegetable based, and there's again panthenol here, which is actually great. So if you are someone who's using a lot of active ingredients in your skincare, especially like, you know, if you want to use like a moisturizer on top of like, you know, a very active serum at night, this is also good to use. Like if you have a lot of AHAs and BHAs in that serum, this can really help because again, this has panthenol, which just really helps in the healing process of the skin, collagen producing. This has gotu kola. So I think that's a kind of a herb that also helps with, you know, wound healing. Let me double check. Yeah, so gotu kola is actually a great ingredient for wound healing. So if you have a lot of like, you know, inflammation in your skin, pimples, I'm sure that ingredient in this moisturizer can really help to bring down that inflammation and just like, you know, to speed up the healing process, especially if you combine that with vitamin C. So what else is here? There's horsetail extract, there's wild geranium extract, dandelion. Also, there's green tea leaf extract, and what else? Okay, so phenoxyethanol is the main preservative in this. So again, this doesn't have any titanium dioxide at the ingredient, so which is actually great because at least when you see your skin, you know that it is actually your skin that's becoming brighter and not because of an added active ingredient. So this is how all of the three products look like on my skin, from the serum to the eye gel to the moisturizer. As you guys can see, there's a hint of radiance on my skin, which I actually love. And I look quite hydrated, but not greasy, which is important for me right now because the weather has changed and it's becoming very hot and humid recently. So this actually works for me. Now, I have actually been using this for 7 days now, which is a very short amount of time actually to test out the product, but it's actually enough because if I would have reacted to any of the ingredients here by the 3rd or the 4th day, I would have already shown some pimples, like, you know, I would already have some blemishes, things like that, but I have not had any reactions at all, which I truly appreciate. And you know, these products arrived here just in time because I have been pacing my regular skincare products that I use because it's been very difficult to get them because, like, you know, the pandemic has really affected the way that stocks get to me, but I'm just so glad I got this. Now, Tree of Life Beauty is an American brand, so they're available in the United States. I don't think they ship here to the Philippines, but I think they ship to other parts of the world. Just do check out their shipping tab on their website if you want to know if they ship to you or not. And I would like to give a shout out to my good friend Erin, who lives in Los Angeles, for allowing me to hitch these products into the package that she was sending here to the Philippines for her mom. Gracias, hermana. I truly, truly appreciate it. Now, truthfully, when I decided to get these products, I actually didn't plan to use it for myself, but I was actually planning to put it on my makeup kit because I didn't want to use any skincare products that had a lot of active ingredients in it. Because, you know, if I use like some skincare products that has a lot of AHAs and BHAs in it, so it might cause a reaction with the foundation. And you know, a vitamin C moisturizer and a vitamin C eye gel sounds much more sane to use when I am working because it just provides antioxidant care. It doesn't, like, you know, cause the skin to renew itself while I am doing on makeup, which in turns can, like, you know, cause oxidation with the foundation as well. But since I've been enjoying these products immensely, I think I'm going to try this out for the entire month and see if it works well with me. And if it does, I'm going to integrate this into my current skincare routine. Alright, so that's it for me today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions about all of the products that I use today, please leave them down in the comments box and let's have a conversation about it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope that you're having a good day wherever you are. Bye!